What's going on, everyone? It's Ty, the Ankylosing guy, again. Hello. I'm just going to go over some exercises that I started out with when I really got into fitness with my condition. Don't push yourself too hard if you're just getting into this, because it's very easy to just go nuts during the exercise because it feels good. You feel all motivated and jacked up, and then you start to put yourself in a ton of pain. That's what ends up happening after 2 or 3 days. And you'll feel maybe even kind of okay the next day, but then day 2 is when you're going to get fucked up. You'll get fucked up. It's rough. Don't mind my little kind of muscular, kind of chunky little body. So the first thing let's start with is legs. So I just did body squats, really straightforward, nothing crazy. As you can see, it's just feet shoulder width apart, nothing fancy. And this is just, I would do these, I do like 30 of them, maybe 40 of them. And I would do that 3 times, so 3 sets of 30 or 40. If you did this every single day, I bet you'd honestly notice quite a bit of progress. I go pretty slow with these. You can go fast, it doesn't matter. It's just whatever feels good to you. To upgrade from that, I would say use the broom handle. I'm trying to keep my chest out while that broom handle is held straight above my head. And this, you can really feel this in the back side of your core. For you guys who don't understand what the core is in your body, a lot of people just think core is your abs. It's not. It's also your back. This broom handle squat is really good for your back. And if you try it, trust me, you'll feel it fast. And it's way more challenging than it looks. Really good exercise. I would probably do 12 of these. So 3 sets of 12 to 15, depending on how fast or slow I went. Front squats are the thing that I kind of upgraded to after I started becoming more comfortable with my body weight squats. I'm just using 40 pounds here. You can use as much or as little as you want, but you do need to have some level of resistance to feel it in your back. Like, that's kind of the whole purpose behind it. This next one's my absolute favorite exercise of all time. It's the one-legged Romanian deadlift, I think is what it's called. And it's just, it's a chef's kiss. It's really great because it encompasses so much. So while you're doing it, you can feel this in your back. You can feel this in your hips. You can feel this in the backside of your legs a lot. You can feel it in your shoulder. You can feel it in your upper body. You can even feel it in your feet as you're doing it. And the first time you do, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about, because you'll get a bit of a wiggle, because it's tough. It's not an easy exercise. I've been doing this one for years and I still find it challenging. And I would do 8 to 10 reps on each side with 3 sets. Moving from more specifically legs to core. The first one I did was a plank. Just chill, easy plank. Easy. Planks are pretty hard, especially if you see what I'm doing right there. Like, keep your body as tight into a line as you possibly can. You can see a lot of people try to lift their ass up. Don't be one of those people. Keep your butt down, do it properly, and just go for as long as you can. Don't go until you're completely shaking like a mad person. Go until you notice it's getting really uncomfortable. Take a break for like a minute and a half. Jump back to it. Do that 3 times. It's awesome stuff. You can feel it in your shoulders a little bit too. You feel a little bit in your arms. Not a ton, but it's a great exercise for your core, in my opinion. So moving from the plank to this next exercise, this next one used to be my all-time favorite. Especially if you're kind of hurt, it's nice because you can just sit down. You just sit down right there. Like, you don't have to move around a ton. You just sit down on a bench and then just lift your legs up. That's it. That's all it is. For this exercise, I would do 10 to 12 reps and 3 sets. Upgrading from there is leg lifts. So this is after I got quite strong with that seated leg lift. This is when I did hanging leg lifts. Right here you can see I'm just going feet down to the floor and then back up to waist height. And I mean, you can do this slow, you can kind of do it fast, but just try to keep yourself away from kind of swinging back and forth, if you know what I mean. If you're uncomfortable doing that, because I found that sometimes in my hips it wasn't great, you can do these knee ups, which is, it's a bit easier for me personally. I found it was really good if my sciatica was flaring up. So these knee lifts, I would just try to bring them up to my chest, try to keep it controlled. It was great. And this is what I do today. So now I do a full leg lift all the way to the very top. This is just an example of progression on how much stronger you get. And again, with all of these things, 10, 12 reps, 3 sets. That's typically what I do. The last 2 exercises I want to go through really quickly are this wheeling out. I don't actually know what the name of this is, but this exercise is fantastic for when you start to get quite a lot stronger. I do this all the time, and I try to do 8 to 10 reps of this 3 times, 3 sets. I it kicks my butt every time. And it's a wicked, wicked exercise. It's really good. You can feel it in your shoulders a ton. You can feel it in your arms. You can feel it in your whole core. It's wild. You can even only do 2 or 3. That's great. And like slowly move your way up from here. This exercise, I would say, is probably the easiest to hurt yourself with if you're not strong enough to do it. So don't overdo it. Just try a couple. Don't go nuts. You'll find out very fast if it doesn't go very well. Last exercise is really good for your obliques, or AKA cum gutters. It's those muscles that you can clearly see that are near your waistline. This exercise I find is really nice because, again, you can just be in the standing position. It's nothing crazy, and you just lean over, come back up, and lean over all the way down, and then come back up. And then I do 8 to 10 sets, sometimes 12, depending on the weight for each side. The absolute last thing that I want to bring up right now is that there are 2 stretches that I really love. I find they're super helpful for me. I always do them. They're pretty much my only stretches that I consistently have done for the last decade. Found them easy at the beginning. I find them easy today. I don't know what they're called. This one, I just triangle leg stretch thing. You just put your knee up, put your foot to the side, and then lean your body into it. That's it. Nothing crazy. That's the whole shebang. And then the classic, just leaning over to your toe. That's the other one. Each side I do for about 30 seconds to 60 seconds. I usually only do 2 sets of that. That's it. So for all you guys, oh, there's an airplane going over. This is where I started with all my exercises. This is what I maintain doing today. These are the things that I find comfortable and what I did find comfortable when I first got into fitness. Put a comment down below. I don't know what platform I'm putting this on or where you're seeing it, but just, yeah, feel free to message me. I have no problem answering questions. That's it. See you guys.